If it's about love, if it's about justice is waking.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Austin Haynes with the Waking Justice Project, and this is your daily wake-up call. Here's what the Corporatocracy is up to today, October 28th, 2019. This is our Monday Roundup edition in case you missed any news last week. You can visit our website at wakingjustice.org for more details. Here are the headlines. Last Tuesday, we reported on Hillary Clinton's bizarre claim that Democratic candidate Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is, quote, a Russian asset who is being groomed by the Russians. It's an extension of Hillary's now debunked Russiagate hoax, where she claimed the Russians caused her to lose the 2016 election to Donald Trump. And it's crazy. Tulsi is a war veteran, running for president in the Democratic primary. She's well known and respected for speaking out against U.S. war profiteering. Hillary's infamous for her warmongering, including backing the CIA's illegal coups in Honduras, Libya, and Syria while Secretary of State, and for selling weapons to favored nations in exchange for private donations to her personal foundation. So after Hillary's bizarre rant last week, Tulsi had pushed back hard, calling out Hillary as the Queen of Warmongers and, quote, the personification of the rot that has sickened the Democratic Party for so long, unquote. Well, damn. Other candidates and their surrogates also slammed Hillary for making such claims against Tulsi, so we'll see how this plays out in the weeks ahead. And last Wednesday, we reported on Chelsea Manning, the Army intelligence analysis, who back in 2010 leaked the now famous collateral murder video to Julian Assange's whistleblower website, WikiLeaks. The video showed U.S. soldiers shooting at Iraqi citizens from a helicopter gunship. At the time, military officials claimed that, quote, insurgents were killed in a firefight. But the leaked video shows clearly there was no firefight. And the people were not, quote, insurgents, they were citizens, including 2 journalists. The military was caught in a big lie. Chelsea's leaks also revealed how the U.S. State Department bullies other countries to profit U.S. corporations. For example, as Indie Journal Lee Camp reported at the time, Hillary Clinton's State Department worked with U.S. corporations, Levi's, Hanes, and Fruit of the Loom, to pressure Haiti not to raise their minimum wage from 24 cents an hour to 61 cents. That's some greedy shit right there. Chelsea was eventually ratted out by a fellow hacker and arrested. She served 7 years in prison till President Obama commuted her sentence in 2017. And it probably saved her life. In the midst of all this, Chelsea was also struggling to come to terms with her identity as a trans woman. In prison, she attempted suicide multiple times. And now, unfortunately, she's back in prison. Just last March, when the State Department was trying to build a case against Julian Assange, they subpoenaed Chelsea to testify against Assange, but she refused. She's been back in prison ever since. But let's let it be known, a full pardon for Chelsea Manning and Julian Assange should be a primary litmus test for every candidate running for president in the Democratic primary. And last Thursday, we explored the subject of universal health care and compared for-profit health care and Obamacare versus Medicare-for-All. That's the progressive healthcare plan that some Democrats like Bernie Sanders has proposed. Most all corporate media in the US are towing the line for the corporatocracy against Medicare for All, saying it will be, quote, too costly for everyone, etc. But that's just more corporate lies. Remember, these are the same greedy fuckers who forced Haiti to not give Haitian workers a pay raise from 24 cents an hour to 61 cents an hour. No, Medicare for All will actually lower the net taxes for most all working Americans. Indeed, for most working Americans, Medicare for All would be the biggest take-home pay raise in a generation. Big Pharma doesn't want you to know this, and Big Pharma owns pretty much all the key politicians in both political parties. Big politics and big media are lying to us about Medicare for All. It's because healthcare revenues make up about 20% of the US GDP. That's a huge chunk of cash flow for the US corporatocracy. It's about $4 trillion a year. It's as much as the entire economy of Germany, the world's fourth largest national economy. And indie journo Jimmy Dore knows all about the lies of big media. We profiled Jimmy's work on our podcast last Friday. Every Friday is Freak Out Friday on your daily wake-up call. It's when we spotlight an indie journalist who understands the urgency of the social, democratic, and ecological crises we face. They wonder, like the rest of us, why aren't we all freaking out about the state of things right now and getting strategic with our activism? Big media hates Jimmy Dore because he's always calling them out on their bullshit, especially CNN. He regularly calls out CNN for helping the CIA lie us into wars. He knows that all the US warmongering is all about the petrodollar. You can follow Jimmy's work by subscribing to his YouTube channel. He's a true indie journo and needs our support. If you like his stuff and can afford to, you can throw him a few bucks at patreon.com/Jimmy Dore. All right, y'all, thanks for listening in today. If you want to learn more about how all of us in the work of global justice can join together and force this corporatocracy to the people's bargaining table to end all this oppression, corruption, and destruction, and to save our planet, please go to our website at wakingjustice.org. Check out our About page, listen to our first podcast, and consider getting more involved. You can fill out the Join Us form at the top right of the webpage, or you can email us at info@wakingjustice.org. We would love to hear from you. We're running out of time. Join us. Peace.
You must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice.
If it's about love, if it's about justice is waking, justice is rising, justice is waking, justice is rising, if it's about love, justice is rising, and it ain't just us, it's all of us. If it's justice is waking, justice is rising, and it ain't just us, it's all of us. If it's about love, may every soul unite, tend the fire and let old coals relight. I'm a citizen of the world, and we fight for the rights of everybody to live a truly free life. Red or yellow, black or white, left or right, gay or straight, human or animal, all life. Cause what matters is what is in common. If you know it, stand tall and keep dropping the knowledge. Justice is waking, justice is rising, and it ain't just us, it's all of us. If it's about love.